Hello and happy Monday. I hope you're having a really good start to your week and it's going well for you. I just wanted to hop on because I've been having a conversation with an employer client of mine, and what they have essentially done, because they are a regulated business, is they have done what I'm constantly asking employers to do. They've sat down to decide whether they actually need to have restrictive covenants in their employment contracts or not. Woo, it's wonderful. Dream client actually sitting down and figuring out the nitty-gritty of these things. So this particular client, they said to themselves, we've had advice before, we don't think this is going to cut the mustard in terms of what we need. That's brilliant. They've actually gone and got advice on restrictive covenants rather than just shoving them in the contract. Brilliant. But they also were not protecting themselves, so they were looking at things pretty much from an employee mindset. And they were just thinking, no, we don't need them. They're not going to hold up in court. But what they did not do was actually figure out the business reason for having the restrictive covenants in the first place. So they didn't look at necessarily what was possible, what was reasonable. So we had a conversation this morning in the course of drafting a contract, and we looked very much at what the reality was. What is the possibility of them actually getting these restrictive covenants over the line? And it was brilliant because they were very much, as I say, in that employee mindset, and they were thinking along the lines of it's not going to be enforceable. But after having a conversation with them, I realised that there were ways in which we could be realistic about things and how we could explain things to a court if it ever came to a court reviewing these things. So looking at the time limits, looking at the actual risks, rather than just picking up part of a contract, part of a template, and applying it just because somebody else had drafted it, quite honestly. So I guess my thoughts for you in particular, if you are an employer in this kind of situation and you are thinking of putting restrictive covenants in an employment contract, ask yourself why. Why are you doing it? Are you doing it as some kind of threat, shall we say? i.e., don't use our stuff, don't nick our clients? Or are you doing it because you genuinely have something to protect? If you have something genuinely to protect, explain it for the benefit of the employee in the first instance and the court that might actually be coming to examine that document. I hope that's helped. Happy Monday.